For Omaha Sports Insider, I'm Nick Handley with another edition of Diamond Cuts as we get into our first one of 2017 for Nebraska baseball as they get ready to take on Indiana in the first Big Ten Conference Series of the season. And for Nebraska, a 13-10 start. Sort of mixed results in the 23 games for Nebraska. Some games they probably look back and say they could have won, and there's some games that they won that could have went the other way. But as we've always seen, Darren Erstad now in his sixth season with Nebraska, very competitive non-conference schedule as for the most part, the non-conference schedule has wrapped up now. Nebraska still has midweek games against Kansas State, Nebraska of Omaha, and also Creighton. But for the most part, all of that is behind them, and it's now time to focus on conference play. Last weekend, the Big Ten, a lot of teams got underway, including their opponent this weekend, the Indiana Hoosiers, who are 3-0 in conference play with a three-game series sweep over Northwestern. What Nebraska will be dealing with this weekend will be a team that has very good power numbers offensively, but a little bit of a rocky pitching staff. In fact, their Sunday starter is still undetermined. For Nebraska, they know their rotation right now. It'll be Jake Hohensee Friday night, followed by Derek Burkhamper on Saturday afternoon, and Jake Myers on Sunday afternoon to wrap up the series. The series gets underway at 6:02, 2 o'clock, and 11 o'clock, which of course you can hear on AM 590 ESPN Omaha. For Nebraska, it's been the offense, a little bit streaky, but the good news is for Nebraska in their last 10 games, they are now 8-2. They have put up some offense, and they've had to hold some teams off. So they've kind of had an ability to win games in different ways. The good news is on Tuesday, facing a very good offensive squad in Kansas State, they were able to club out 11 runs, got out to a 6-0 lead, added some more runs at the end to close off the Wildcats, and we'll see if that can carry into this weekend where Nebraska will have to be sharp offensively, but more importantly for the pitching and for the defense, they're also going to have to be dialed in. Indiana's power numbers are good. Their overall batting average at 270 is okay. So for the pitching staff, as it is always the case, going to have to locate, going to have to keep the pitches in the lower portion of the strike zone and also limit the free passes. If Nebraska can do that, you probably feel good about their chances of getting out of there with a series victory. Trying to get 2 out of 3, of course, Jake Myers, who's been so solid on Sunday, if they can turn it over to him to really try to get the win, I think Nebraska and this coaching staff will really like that opportunity. Looking at this offense right now, though, it's been led by Angelo Altavilla, the sophomore who has been outstanding this year, and also the walk-on freshman from Omaha, Scott Mojo Hagee. Ben Miller had 2 hits against Kansas State, which is a good sign. Jake Myers is also starting to battle his way close to the 300 range. Scott Schreiber starting to pick things up as well. Good news offensively. It's going to come down to the bottom of that lineup producing for Nebraska, and we've seen signs of that with guys like Jesse Wilkening and Luis Alvarado. It's going to be a big thing to watch this weekend, but as we always know, it comes down to pitching. Can Jake Hohensee set the tone Friday night? We'll find out. Should be a great series opener for Nebraska. They take on Indiana Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For the very latest, check out OmahaSportsInsider.com and catch the games on AM 590 ESPN Omaha. Once again, for another edition of Diamond Cuts, I'm Nick Handley.